Is it not working? I don't know. So, for those of you that don't know, I actually been posting probably more often on TikTok than here, although I reserve my dreams exclusively for YouTube though. But in terms of general crap and especially ipetgoat2, I definitely talk about it on TikTok. In the last two videos, I discussed drones. If you guys don't know, there have been a lot of mysterious drone sightings all over America, but more specifically, flying over military bases in New Jersey. And people have been describing drones, and I've seen video footage of this, that are like the size of a car. And these things are massive. And I don't, I've given it a lot of thought. The channel, Minutes of Horror, great channel. I put him in my community post. He made a really great series of videos about these drones. But if you look at them, to me, these are some kind of experimental aircraft, some kind of black project thing, kind of like the TR-3B or whatever, or it's some kind of secret government project to, I think they're practicing some kind of continuity of government with these drones in secret. I think this is some kind of secret operation that's done in for the purposes of a continuity of government type of situation, which is related to the next thing I'm talking about, ipetgoat2. But I don't think it's aliens. And I actually really thought it was China or Russia at first, but I just can't get this feeling out of my head that these are our own creations, that this is our own government. And I would like to know your thoughts on this. And the fact that, Minutes of Horror, he made a really good point that these drones are flying over places that harbor F-16s and nobody's like chasing after them. Nobody's shutting down airspace around them, and that should be a red flag right there to you, to indicate that it's an inside operation, because clearly the military bases were told to stand down in the presence of these drones. So there's something really fishy going on here. It's kind of reminiscent of that Chinese balloon event a couple of years ago. Um, that, spy balloon that we just allowed to fly over us, the entire country, for some reason. And like that was a normal thing to do, and it was no big deal for some reason, except it was. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I am aware that I'm wearing a Davy Crockett hat. Yes, I am aware of that. So I'm making a ipetgoat2 video. I'm making a ipetgoat2 video because this is now or it's never. Okay, like this is literally the only possibility that can exist. I really given that a lot of thought, and it cannot possibly be any other time frame than the time frame that we're in right now. And if it doesn't happen within this time frame, then it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Okay, and I have good reasons why I think this. Okay, I'll point them out to you. I know this is redundant and I'm repeating myself a billion times. The reason I'm convinced of this, reason number one, the re-upload on Heliofon's channel 10 months ago. I know that's, forget it, I'm not even going to be able to show that, but it says 10 months ago. They re-uploaded it on February 5th. After taking it down for approximately 8 months, Hey, Mackenzie, glad to see you. Very glad to see you. Always happy to see you here. Thank you. So, the fact that it was re uploaded specific to this year, the fact that there is all these connections to Israel and the Jews, and that ties into this whole timeline of events that takes place a war between Islam and religion, Western religion, etc. But the most important reason why I am certain that it cannot be any other time frame is what happened earlier this year. And we talked about this many times. And again, with my crappy phone here, it's going to be hard to see, but you guys already know that behind the 7th month is a bullet hole in the right ear of the rabbit. It's a bullet hole in the right ear of the rabbit. Now, let me really point this out to you. There is a bullet hole in the right ear of the rabbit behind precisely the 7th month. Precisely the 7th month, which July 13th was precisely when that event occurred. And you can even see that here with 13 figures altogether. So, how does that even make it a remote possibility that it could be any other time frame? Now we're reaching the end of the year. Now we do know some interesting things about the last figures here. We do see the outline of Israel between October and November, and we see the absolute chaos and war that has erupted in the Middle East over that time frame. But what's interesting about November, right at the end of November, the Syrian civil war was reignited by CIA Western backers for the very purposes of creating a diversion from the fact that America gave Ukraine weapons to use against Russia. Syria is nothing but a diversion tactic. It is a political ploy, and it's used to divert attention and to have Russia scramble its resources away from Ukraine and divert them to Syria, because Assad is one of Russia's biggest allies. This is not a small deal. This is not a small event. This is a very serious event. So, where is this place? If you look at this as a geographical map, Syria is to the northeast of Israel. So we have a crater in the northeast of Israel. Matane, hey, what's going on? So, October, November, Israel is embroiled in war with Hezbollah, with Hamas, with Syria, and the Syrian crater that's a target, guys. This is a target. That's what this is pointing to. Fall of Assad and the target. Now, here's something I didn't talk about before, and this is important. So, the bigger crater is here in December. Now, what's interesting besides this having the crater, it is actually, I didn't notice this before, but it's separated. This blue figure is separated from all the rest. So, what I mean by that is that all of these others are conjoined together with this weird fluid crap, whatever it's supposed to be. Okay, they're all like merged and fused together, but December it's all on its own. And then you also have inverted 9/11 coming out of December right here with the lily flower. I believe that's a lily. I don't know, but it's actually coming out of the head of December, which I noticed this flower before, but I never thought of it in that way. So the good news is this is it. Like, this is the last time frame. if it's not going to happen, then we are saved from a catastrophe, and it's great news. But I don't see any possibility. There's no remote possibility. 2030, 2035, forget all that crap. That's with the shot in the ear. It has to be this year or before the inauguration. So this is the only month left to be really looking at this. And other possible clues, of course, I've talked about it. And the years prior, blah, 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 for years and years. This is so redundant, I know. But, with a D and a W, December 23rd, possibly, to exit. Does that necessarily mean that? No, of course not. Of course. And forget about the apple. I just given up trying to figure out what the stupid apple means. But we do know something important here. We do have a mirroring image of the 2001 event and what is perceived to be the future event. Right here, this is like one of the most important scenes right here. In Psalm 23, this actually looks like a letter D here. So that actually very much looks like a letter D. Psalm 23, another possible indication to exit on December 23rd. And then 12 windows, and here's the mirroring effect here. Right, so it's foreshadowing. This is mirroring this event. They're conjoined together. It certainly seems that way. What certainly seems that way, Mackenzie? And then this is more like a silly, like this is probably completely meaningless, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. This stupid light, man, come on, give me some. But we had the Korean martial law a couple of days ago, some strange staged event happening in South Korea. And people have been thinking that this is actually a Korean tiger on our back here, and with the tanks rolling in, applying the martial law. And after that would be the New Year's, right? And the conductor, besides him being Baron Samedi, you can see him as like a conductor for the holiday season. There's definitely an association with a musical conductor and Christmas carols and things of that nature, and operas and things that are associated with Christmas. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, he is actually a conductor, a music conductor. Right here it shows it. Kind of went ahead of myself here. Come on, conductor. I know the quality sucks, I'm sorry. Why do I keep skipping him? Where's the damn conductor? He was here. I'm tripping out. Alright, whatever. He's there. It's in the cartoon. He has two wands that he uses to conduct music. Here you have formations 12 by 15. We have a very rare full moon on December 15th coming up. Rare by Mandela World standards. Doesn't mean anything to me. All these moons are stupid on this planet. Birthdays don't matter. After age 30? December 23rd is my exit time. My son's birthday is December 26th, and my mom's birthday is December 22nd. That is a cool birthday. The happy birthday in the future. But yeah, you're right. Birthdays don't really matter after 30. You know what? I'm going to so agree with you on that. You know what? Well, you know what I should have done to get rid of the stupid glare? Gosh, man. Could have just turned off the light. What's my problem? Come on, man. Yeah, 12 by 15 formations here. All right. Now, what specifically is rare about this full moon? I don't know. All I know is that it's going to be 100% illumination. There, finally, there's the conductor. And that looks like a moon that's about 100% illumination. So yeah, I mean, this is it. Like, after this, there's gonna be no point of ever trying to figure this out. Ever, 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 because it can't be anything else. And the Heliophones started their mind games back in 2022, with uploading that video and altering their website and all those things. And another thing, of course, is, 12 years after the release of the cartoon, right? So there's 12 figures, there's the hole in the ear, there's all sorts of things that imply the winter time. That's obviously the winter time. It can't be anything else. Um, so yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I mean, is it pointless to even be making this video? I've been trying to solve this crap for years, and it's been going nowhere. But you're 74 today, Mackenzie. Well, happy birthday! It's literally your birthday today, and you're on my live stream. That makes me happy. Thank you. It makes me happy. And something, you know, been a rare thing for me for a while. Happiness. But things have gotten better. But I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to, this reality, whenever things get better, like something has to come in and just stomp it right in your face. It just loves doing that. The reality, gets some kind of joy out of slapping you in the face. I don't know what it is. It's just the soul program here. The soul program, I guess. Oh, Texas Danny, I have not seen you in a while. If nuclear weapons were so destructive, you would think one would have detonated in the last 6 decades. Yeah, you would think, right? Oh, the kitty? Yeah, the kitty is great. I'm telling you, there's something supernatural about her. She stares right into my soul. She's always just so friendly and always wants to cuddle and is not combative at all. It's like the nicest kitty ever. It's just unbelievable. Like my other cat, Lisa, before that was a wild, wild beast who just she was like a tiger, just vicious, trying to attack everything that moves. And then occasionally she would be calm, but I love how animals have their own unique personalities. I just think that's great. It just makes their soul, just as beautiful as human souls. That unique element to it is great. Anyway, very good, Mackenzie. Glad you're with us at 76. I'm sure you have a lot of words of wisdom. Yeah, Nima. Somebody else mentioned that. Somebody else said that Nima was my kitty, and I have no idea. I mean, all I know is that whatever soul I saw in that dream, I had an intense sense of familiarity with this soul, and I knew this soul on a very deep level, much deeper than pretty much anyone I know here. And that's just one thing I've been wondering about lately, right? Like I don't like to think of it as soul mate. We all have soul mates, plural. and it doesn't seem like most of them are with us here. Um, and I know there's complex reasons for that. It's not quite that simple. Um, and when you rejoin with your soul mates or soul family, it's a special bond and it's a special moment. And I guess sharing those experiences that you've learned in other realms that you're in, when that moment happens, and it'll happen to all of you guys too, is going to be a really special feeling. So maybe it's not all bad to be away from them for a while, because when you reunite, it just makes it all that more beautiful. What's your best piece of advice for someone turning 39? I'm 36. You're already older and wiser than me. I'm not one to give advice. I barely function as a human on this planet. I don't know how anything works. I'm just sort of bobbling about day by day, pretending like I know how to exist in this civilization while having no damn clue whatsoever. And I can't give you any advice. Like, this, everything here is a total alien trick to me, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. Yeah, I'm about to get off too, Nathan. You have a good night now. All right, guys. Happy birthday, Mackenzie.